look nice, and then we both get 7 cards. I'm gonna be watching your live stream, but that's gonna happen. But you have a choice. You can either play Uno with me, or we can put away the Uno and do something else.
Sub sobers. I don't know what the heck happened. It was kind of weird. But yeah, we back. Bodie was like, Dad, it just stopped working. And I was like, I don't know what happened. I literally didn't do anything. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, Wee One's in the back. He's just hanging out. He got his iPad back yesterday because he did good. So, yeah. I don't know. He's in a good spot. He's excited to play Uno, though, which I love. So he's excited to do something not on his iPad.
I do love Uno. I love it. It's the best game. It's the best game. Now I'm not so much as a sore loser in this game.
He's so funny. How come it's only from an hour ago? It doesn't scroll all the way back up? I'm trying to figure out. That can't be the most, like, all the way back to the beginning. Oh, yeah, straight up. Technology does what it wants. Especially this OBS software, I swear. It does what it wants on the reg. I'm always like, what just happened?
So sometimes when I see videos and it says 1 Y ago, which means 1 year ago, they're probably lying, and it's probably and they probably made that video in 2025, which is now.
You're probably right, dude.
So technology can. You're right, then. That's so good.
Yeah, see what? That's as far back as it's letting me go. Well, that's fine. We'll just start there. Is this like after lunch or what? What up, Tina from the UK? So glad you're in here too, Chumba. I'm glad you caught a live. We just chill. Glad Haas is in here. Yeah, we just played a ton of Uno, and well, you guys did. I was editing, but yeah, you guys played a ton of Uno and dominoes.
I play a lot of Uno.
Yeah, Bodie's like an Uno addict. He's going to end up on Sobering Stories from his Uno addiction. All right, let's bring our jury back out. Let's bring our jury back out. I wonder if that's how the judge said it. All rise. That's how he should say that for sure. All rise. I'm going to enter a stipulation into evidence. During a search at Miami Airport, law enforcement seized 2 cell phones from Christina Quorum's person. I got 2 phones, one for the Diddy and one for the plug, I guess. I don't know what else. Prosecution says, publish that for the jury. It says 24 contacts, including Eddy, my angel, and his phone number, and Eddy, my angel friend, intercontinental. There was also a photo of the IDs on the device.
3, 4, 5.
We are also entering into evidence records from Signature Bank. Any objection? No. With that, the government calls Dirk Ferguson. How do you know Mr. Combs? Dirk Ferguson. Worked for him from 1998 to 2017. Sheesh. Dirk Ferguson. Worked for him a long time. What did he do? What was your role? Chief Financial Officer. How were your bonuses determined? Company results and my performance. Were you responsible for managing Mr. Combs' personal finances? Yes, at times during my tenure. Who was your supervisor? Sometimes to Mr. Combs himself. Okay. How often did you interact with Mr. Combs? Couple of times a week. Later he became more of a chairman. How did you communicate with him? Back then, pagers. Back in the day, man. Sub sobers, we got Millennials Best in the chat. Time to Heal. Lion's Mane Coffee's a brewing. That's great. The mushroom coffees, those are great. I've never been, I hate mushrooms. There's only one kind of mushroom I'll eat, and they don't put that in coffee, unfortunately, but I have done some mushroom coffees in the past that were really good. I did one at a festival that was super good. Could barely tell it was in there, but yes, Chumba, thank you. Hit the likes, subscribe, then smash the bell. Gosh, I'm going to hire you. You guys are amazing. CLR hat today. Yeah, stop self-snitching, you guys. And rest in peace, content genius Michael Rivers. That must be the old one, dude. There's a new one you got to click on. Okay, cool. Let's see. Who is this? Uncle Paulie photo is shown. He says, that's Paul. And these individuals, Roger Bonds and D-Rock, they were security. What, Mr. Combs, was Mr. Combs the sole owner? Yes, 100% of Bad Boy Productions and Films. There you go. All right, we got Combs owned 100%, 100 of Bad Boy Productions and Films. They made films? Would that just be like music videos? Bruce Rivers is dope. He's a defense attorney. He just has a channel on YouTube where he comments on different cases and stuff. Can you turn it down a little, dude? But yeah, Bruce Rivers is great. But he has him and his son did the channel, and his son unfortunately overdosed recently. I think in November of last year. Super sad. Mayday, abandoned ship. I'm glad you caught alive. Heck yeah, the kiddo's doing well. He's doing better. He's on the up and up finally. He's back to 100, I think. And he's got his iPad back, so he's like at 110% today. See, there he is. He said poop. Let's see. What was his role? He was creative and marketing. Did some ventures have partners? He says Bad Boy Records with Arista, which is owned by Clive Davis. Also with Warner. Sean John Clothing had a partner. What were the profits? Very profitable. Full made money. Yep, he was. He totally was. Also Susan W. and her son from YouTube. I don't know Susan W. That's super sad, though. I'm glad he kept going with the channel too, though, in Michael's memory, because it's the only thing that makes sense. Like, he's got to keep pushing. And, like, he seems so sad about it, but he also seems to be so, like, rational about what happened. And it really sucks. He's like, he tried to get him as much help as he could, but at the end of the day, like, you can't force him into it. I hit up Bruce to see if I could cover Michael on my channel, and he hasn't responded to me. Well, maybe he has. I don't know. I don't check my email regularly. Too much spam email in there now. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, Fairy Princess. Yeah, we try to keep it chill here. Where are we at here? How was Mr. Combs paid? Sometimes he was on salary. Sometimes distributions from the companies. What is a distribution? If solely owned or passed through like S-Corp, the owner determines to draw down. Did each have a bank account? Yes. Could you sign on the accounts? Yes. Which banks did the Combs companies use? Shitty Bank, HSBC, and Signature Bank. What is this one? Janice Combs Music Inc. It furnished his name and likeness. Janice Combs got her own business, huh? Sounds sketchy. Revolt Films is a Diddy company. They've done movies. I didn't know that. Oh, Get Him to the Greek was one of them. I guess that would make sense since he was in it. Yes, indeed. Trying to be as sober as possible. As sober as humanly possible. Mr. Ferguson, these your initials here in section 4? Yes, it was, what is that, September 29th of 2009? Is this also a business checking account? Yes. And this one? With Diageo? About Ciroc? How was the account funded? Inflows. Seems pretty... Yeah, I've already got my stuff up on Rumble. Thanks, time. Janice Combs Music Inc. Inflows. I don't know what inflows really means. Just like money coming in from other companies, or like they're making profit, or like... What about credit cards? Primarily American Express. Expense reimbursements. Did Mr. Combs have an Amex? Yes. Did he use it for personal as well as professional? Yes. And the company's paid? Yes. How was outgoing cash handled? We had a petty cash account and cash advances, for example, those traveling who didn't have American Express cards. When Mr. Combs was paid in cash, how did it work? We'd match it if a contract... We'd match it if it was a contract? Okay. Were you aware of Mr. Combs' security staff cashing or carrying cash for him? I was not aware of that. And when you were responsible for his personal finances, what did you do? Budget for the year? Properties, inflows and outflows. So anything coming in, anything going out, we'd budget for the year, $100,000 set aside just for baby oil, right? What properties did he own? The Hamptons, New York, Miami. They were held in LCCs for anonymity and liability reduction and tax benefits. Yeah, I was just looking into that because that's what Paul Walker did. He had this massive car collection, and he invested in, or he bought all these cars through like a limited time or limited liability corp of some sort, so that him and this dude Roger Rodas owned all these cars, but it was technically owned by like a company. But that allowed them to get tax benefits. They had cheaper insurance. There's lower liability. So if the car's in an accident, it has like corporate coverage. And then it also allows them anonymity. So this company bought the car instead of Paul Walker bought the car. So it sounds like Diddy did the same thing with his houses. Yes, it is definitely just facts. Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I knew that going into this. So the fact that we've gotten this far with the videos I have is kind of impressive, to be honest. I'm surprised that they haven't removed me already. Yeah, throw some likes in there. Look at this. I'm going to throw a bunch in there. It's cool. I can like my own stream. That's sick. 100. That's so 100 right now. Woo! Party! I don't want to go to Mars. I'm perfectly fine here in my home. Mars sounds inhabitable. Plus, I watched that movie, what is it, with Matt Damon, and he's like on Mars, and he's like farming food with his own poop and stuff. Like, I don't think I'm that dedicated. I don't want to do it that bad. Elon can have the moon, and he can have Mars. Okay, we covered those properties. I'm trying to be less ADHD today, you guys, if you can't tell. Were you aware of him supporting other people? Yes, from his personal earnings. Your Honor, this might be a good place for us to take our break. How much more with this witness? 20 minutes, we think, and Jane's starting late tomorrow. We expect 2 days for her cross. Only Mr. Ferguson today? Yes, and if Mr. Agnifilo cross goes long, may we stay late? Okay, so they might stay late today. And it looks like we've mostly caught up. I want to figure out why I can't scroll back to this morning. Combs' least used lawyer, Jason Driscoll. This exhibit is full of hearsay. I have the gist, Miss Foster. Are you saying none of this for the truth of the matter asserted? None of this is for the truth of the matter asserted. I'm assuming that's what it means. Yes, this is not excludable hearsay. The objection is overruled. How are we doing on the compilation video? We still object, defense says. Judge says, but the compilation is put together? They say yes. Prosecution says, we would like some material to be taken down and other relief. And then the judge says, all right, bring the witness back. Bring him back in. Witness enters, jury enters. Mr. Ferguson, before the break, we were discussing these Banks records. What is 207 Anderson LLC? Mr. Combs' property in Alpine, New Jersey. What is the mailing address? 1710 B Way. Doxing him. It's great. Yeah, I don't understand why they spend so much money on going to Mars. Like, are they anticipating not being here for what? Yeah, Elon can have Mars, straight up. Eddy Garcia was on this morning. He's the security guard that sold Diddy the hotel beating video. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely want to hear his testimony. Yeah, the fact that they're spending so much money on all kinds of shit that doesn't go to people on Earth is pretty insane. Or does go to people on Earth, but not even in our own country. So that's why I'm all about, like, doge it up, dude. Doge the out of this. Like, keep doging. This is great. Limit government. That's all they should be focusing on anyways. The government shouldn't focus on anything other than managing the finances of the government. Like, that's pretty much it. What are these internal transfers? 190,000, 575,000, and 100,000 in December of 2011. Who decided whether to initiate an internal transfer? Usually the comptroller. Do you remember these? No. And this outward transfer, to whom did it go? Cassie Ventura. For how much? 20,000. And this one coming in? Roderick Ventura. For 20,000. Who's Roderick Ventura? When did you leave the CFO position? End of 2012, then Chief Growth Officer, the Revolt Media and TV. After you left, how often did you communicate with Mr. Combs? He texted me in 2024. I don't remember the day. Oh, let me show you. I'll show you. You don't remember? I'll show you. Let's see if we can find the thread from this morning. No, this is still... What about... Honestly, Time, I don't know where that money goes. None of us do. The money goes wherever the government says it should go. And that's the problem. We don't know where our taxes go. They go to places we don't decide for them to go. But where is the beginning of this morning? Am I the only one that's, like, freaking out about this? Is this just me? Okay, wait, here we go. I feel like we're getting closer. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Can you bring the defendant out? Oh, I think Mr. Donaldson is there with Mr. Combs. Let's start with the compilation video. I got this letter. Is Mr. Garcia competent to testify about this video, given his position in the hotel security? Prosecution says, I am not really asking him about that aspect. Judge says, we are not using the correct cell phone video, so this could get in under the rules. Tenny Garrigo says, the way the video is cut makes it appear that Mr. Combs came right after Miss Ventura, and she didn't. I'd like to address the timestamps on security videos. They are routinely inaccurate. That seems bad. Why are they always inaccurate? Like daylight savings and they just never get changed? Don't you think that they'd only be wrong like half the year, though? Then they'd go back to being right? Oh, he's had technical issues today? That explains it, because honestly, I was like, something seems off. What did Haas say? Yeah, Bodie's straight trolling the chat right now. Given that the defense played the video of Mia's birthday party for Mr. Combs, we want to introduce recordings of his jail calls about organizing social media celebrations of his birthday, which he views as a way to change the narrative. They should also include those pizza box phone calls in there, because that was kind of interesting. They finally circled why the Kid Cudi part took days of the trial. They tried to push for police misconduct with missing fingerprints and push a mistrial. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Especially because they say that they had fingerprints that... Funny how you can be so easily, Bodie. He's so funny. But yeah, that makes sense because there was fingerprints found. And they didn't even investigate it. Which is kind of weird. Yeah, he really wanted to be in here. He was stoked about it. He's like, Dad, I want to be in the live chat. I was like, okay. Work on his... The wedding was great. We had a lot of fun. It was great to hang out with family. It's always fun to see. It was super cute watching my grandparents dance together and stuff. Bodie was super cute dancing. That video was funny. He's got the lag going on. Right, Bodie? You got the lag? Cures, what up? Fairy Princess. I'm so glad you guys are all in here. Jermaine, what's up? Crystal, I think your daughter or somebody hit me up. They were like, hey, thanks for promoting your video. And I was like, hell yeah, of course. But I asked her to link it for me. I think it was a her. Might have been, I can't remember. But one of your kids hit me up. That was super cool. It sounds like you got good kiddos. There was somebody broadcasting me his name just outside the courthouse in Foley Square yesterday. We'd ask from the back of the courtroom, Diddy, they're coming after you, those motherfuckers. Court security officers, escort that person out. That's funny. Somebody yelled in the back of the courtroom. That's great. Sounds exciting. The video timestamps, how long is it? If 40 minutes, it would be a good 403 argument. Combs Ignifilo says, this could be an easy fix, but the witness on this will be on the stand in 2 hours. Where does he live? New York? Florida. Okay, bring the jury in. All rise. There's some scheduling modifications, including that on June 11th, we will not start trial until 1 p.m. I better notate that. Also, June 5th from 11 to 4. And June 20th, the day after Juneteenth, we will stop at 1 p.m. Okay, so June 5th, 11 to 4. June 11th, not starting till 1. I'm just going to screenshot this. I don't want to take too much time right now to jot that in my notes. Boop. All right. No sound. That's weird. Can you hear me now?
No.
Tsunami, what's up? Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why the sound's cutting out. Everything seems fine on my end. I don't know. Okay, Crystal says it's good. I don't know. Bodhi, just refresh it. See if it works. All right, government calls Eddy Garcia. Where did you work on the day in question? The Intercontinental Hotel. I was told there was an incident involving Sean Combs. Did you see him here? We stipulate. So Steele will be doing cross. Let me show you your sign-in sheet for that day. He says, yes, I signed that. Week ending March 10th, 2016. Could you monitor all the cameras? Not all, but more than one at a time. Would you be required to check the monitors? I sure was. Did you recognize the individual involved in this incident? Not at first, but when I looked closer, yes. It was Mr. Sean Combs. Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love Combs. And did you learn who the second individual was? Sure did. It was Miss Cassie Ventura. Why was law enforcement not called? Cassie requested it. Did you review the incident report? Yes. There was an attachment that I didn't open on the computer. A video file. Did you receive a call? Yes. From who? KK with the New York area code. She asked if I had the video. What did she ask for? She wanted the video. She said Mr. Combs had been intoxicated and didn't remember exactly. Combs of steel. Objection. Sustained. We need another sidebar. Let's start drinking. Yeah, okay, I don't know what happened. It's got to be on J and J running through our veins. That's right, dude. But yeah, if you go out and come back in, it probably should fix that. I don't know. That's what everybody else says. I don't know why the sound cuts out. Like, I really don't feel like I have control over that. Because everything on my end shows that there is sound. But had to block. Gave my cousin and his wife baby oil and Astroglide for a wedding present. I'm waiting on a call. That's so funny. Oh, that's a great wedding gift, especially since they saved themselves for marriage. That's so traditional. That's great. Sound is good now? Okay, cool. Time to heal. That's unfortunate. You got to have more tolerance. I'm also like that. I have a very short fuse with shit that I don't get or that is annoying to me, and I've been working on trying to lengthen my fuse, I guess. Okay, cool. It was Miss Coram. She put someone else on the phone. Who? Mr. Combs. He asked, "Do you know who I am?" What did you say? I said, yes. He asked for the video. Said he'd been intoxicated. I told him, I can't give you the video. How did he sound? He was talking fast and stuttering. He sounded nervous. Did you email management? Yes. Bring up GX7R149. What is it? The email I sent. Objection. Overruled. Email is shown, has Coram's phone number on it, not redacted. It says Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy. Says he is a patron and wants to talk to you. Did you get more calls from Miss Coram? Yes, on my personal number. How did you react? Nervous. I'd be nervous too. How'd they get his personal number? Miss Coram passed the phone to Mr. Combs again. What did he say? That I sounded like a good guy, that he could help. That something like this could ruin him. He wanted the video. He said if it got out, it would ruin his career. I said I didn't have access to the server. He told me he believed I could make it happen. He would take care of me. What did you think he meant? Money for the video. What did you do? I reached out to my supervisor about it. Well, that's what they tell you in training. If you're having issues, just reach out to your supervisor. Just get your supervisor involved, right? 912, what up? Glad you guys are all in here chilling. Thanks for hanging out with us. What is this, the end? Okay, so maybe this is where you had technical difficulties, huh? Okay, so that was 5 hours. Yeah, I feel like... Wait, here's 3 hours. No, that's... Okay. Got us a little bit more here. Who was your supervisor? Bill Madrano. He told me he would do it for... he told me he would do it for 50. What did you think he meant? He'd give the video for $50,000. What did you do? Called Christina, who put Mr. Combs on. He called me Eddy, my angel. So the dude did it. No way. That's crazy. Yeah, the threads are broken, somebody said, so... I'm thinking of trying that, starting a new thread in a few minutes when trial resumes. Unfortunately, it happened at this time, day 15. Yeah, that is kind of weird. He's not had any problems with his threads before. Some of those threads will go for days. He'll be scrolling for like 2 hours. I haven't been doing anything differently today than I have from days 1 to 14. The increasing volume of replies is leading to this. For that reason only, I'm going to try with more limited replies. Yeah, I know. It's super annoying. Like, that's the same thing that happened to me. Like, the comments are starting to flag my videos. People are leaving comments on there that, for whatever reason, would get my video reanalyzed and then flagged. When is the trial due to finish? Like today or just generally like at the end of it? Because I think probably they say like 2 months. So we're on day 15. So we're like a quarter of the way through, which is insane. It probably is the date the Titanic sunk. Bodie, is that the day the Titanic sunk? April 14th?
Like one day before.
Oh, it was the day before, you guys. That's so funny. He's such a goober.
Yeah, I live in the same house.
Yeah, I live in the same house. Okay. So where's the other thread? I'm having a hard time finding it. Here's where today's thread is now. Oh, wait, he's got it all over here? No. Most of it. Eddy, my angel. Eddy, you are my angel, bruh. Let's see if this gives us some more here. Nope. It was already hard for me to follow. This is making it extra hard. Let me show you the NDA. This part says exclusions. Okay, I feel like we're close to where we were. Okay, when I click on this, it disappears. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying. I'm doing my best here. Yeah, see, when I click on that, it literally disappears. Is that not weird? Eddy, my angel. Okay. Bodie's so funny. Sure. It was April 12th. Yeah, being a former Leonardo DiCaprio obsessed fan. Yeah, that's funny that you know that. But yeah, it was April 12th, huh, Bodie? Bodie?
What?
April 12th?
April 12th. That was like... No, I don't.
Yeah, he's so funny. Robert, what's up, dude? I just saw you in here. Sorry. I was working on the specific ocean shirt the other day. I was thinking about you. I was having a hard time coming up with that. Well, I was having a hard time finding the right globe picture. And then I actually had to do some work, like actual work. Okay, wait. 4 hours. I feel like we missed Combs's or the defense cross on it. Can you start a new thread? Is there a new thread somewhere? Where is it? Can't handle the Diddy delirium. Okay, and he must not have been able to update it because he says here Steele's cross of Garcia was very, very short, essentially just pointing to exemptions to the non-disclosure agreement. Defense didn't have much rebuttal against Garcia. Has been restarted here. All right, let's see if we got it. Okay, yep, nope. He restarted it where we picked up from. You have so much Titanic memorabilia. Did you sort a PO box yet? No, I need to start a PO box. Honestly, I mean, I'll probably just give you my actual address. I don't mind. You've been Tsunami. You've been following me for so long, but we definitely need to. Okay, well, I guess we're caught up then. The Garcia testimony seemed kind of intense, though. I mean, honestly, that shows that he literally got bribed to get that video footage, right? So how did it end up in CNN's hands? All right, Adair, we'll see you in a bit. I'll be here. Phone's about to die. You got to charge it. Don't let it die. Never let go, Jack. Roderick Ventura. Okay, we did that. Nothing further. So now we've got cross-examination. They said, let me show you. And he says, I see. And then that's all he wanted to say. Nothing further. About what were we talking about? After you left, how often did you communicate with Mr. Combs? He texted me in 2024. I don't remember the day. Let me show you. I see. Okay, so just showing that Sean texted him like in 2024, way after the fact. Mr. Agnifilo, it's your turn. He says, so you grew up in the Bronx. Where'd you go to high school? Stuyvesant. Where did you go to business school? Harvard. MBA 1990. Dang, big deal. Then BMG Music Group. Yes, they own over 100 music labels worldwide. They own Arista, 50% of Bad Boy Records at a certain period of time. Could Mr. Combs then do whatever he wanted? No, there were Arista agreements. Yeah, but we know who runs Arista. Ferguson says, coming from the Bronx, I thought he needed more companies that would hire people from the community. I saw that in Sean Combs. I thought it was a chance to have an impact. Defense attorneys say, what was the onboarding? Interview, met some at Arista. I met Benny Medina and some others. Combs Ignifilo says, so you didn't just meet Mr. Combs and get the job? No. How did Bad Boy change from 1999 to 2012? It added other businesses. Records were getting competitive. Do you remember Notorious LLC? It was a magazine called Notorious. Bad Boy Records was established in 1993. I think it was actually 1996. Did Bad Boy have connections to Interscope? Yes, and UMG. Rhino. I feel like all record labels are somehow connected. Like they're all joined at the hip, at the very top. Joined at the head. June, what's up? Sup, sobers? I'm going to bail for Moneyworks. Resilient Nerd, I totally get that. Monkeyworks, that's what you said, Monkeyworks. Got to hear what he says about Operation Spiderweb. What? Operation Spiderweb. Titanic and vinyl. Oh, Tsunami, you're the best. That sounds amazing. It's cool that you have such a cool Titanic collection. I didn't realize kids were so obsessed with Titanic. Like, Bodhi's not alone. There's more kids out there that love Titanic. There's so many kids' videos about it, which is how I learned about the whole Federal Reserve thing with the Titanic, was because of Bodhi's obsession with the Titanic. Those videos started popping up on my feed. It's like, oh, you love the Titanic and conspiracies? We got videos for you. We got videos for days. I am loving this new format. Thank you, Inner City Press. Yo, Shauna, you are definitely alone. I don't like this new format.
Oh my gosh.
I was doing just fine with the old format. We were doing great with the old format. Who is Andre Harrell? He founded Uptown Records, went to Motown, then back to Bad Boy. What was the spirits business called? It was called Combs Wines and Spirits. I was involved in the start with Diageo. What's Diageo? Is that like a company or is that a person? Too poor to know what this is. 200 brands sold in 180 companies. The world's best brand builder. It's like a marketing company. Multinational, okay, here we go. Multinational alcoholic beverage company. Headquartered in London, England. Oh, okay. Owns distilleries that produce 40% of all Scotch whiskey with over 24 brands. Interesting. So they're the parent company? Are you tired or what? I saw you jumping over there.
No. Which one controls that? Those lights. Which one controls those LED lights?
This one, but I don't know why, but it's hard to make it work. Yeah, shoot me an email. I'll send it to you for sure. And I'll actually check my email. Yeah, there's definitely some wild ones about the Titanic. It is kind of interesting, especially because it was supposed to be an unsinkable ship. So it's like, who was cutting corners and why? Okay, Diageo. Well, it makes sense why I don't know, because I just drank the stuff. I didn't care about who owned it. What issues arose with Diageo? Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I can, dude. It's not easy to do. Might be low battery or something. You just got to move it around and keep pushing whatever color you want. What issues arose with Diageo? Objection. Were there differences about how to market? There were always differences of opinion. We had conversations how do we drive it more? Was the brand everywhere like competitors? Yeah, I mean, typical marketing conversations. Let's see what Sky News has to say.
Hey, Dad, you like this? I changed the basement lights to red.
Yeah, I like it a lot. We got Alexa set up, so. Did he really?
Yes.
He tried to sue them? Because, of course, I love that. Not getting what you want? Oh, well, then you're a racist. I don't know any racist. I just don't. Like, I don't know anybody that really feels like that. Is Sky News no longer covering the Diddy trial? Will they just drop out, or like they just don't care anymore? I was really enjoying what they had going on over here at Sky News. What's going on here? Yeah, this is just an update. This is not... Oh, okay, here we go. After 3 weeks of dedicated reporting on the Sean Diddy Combs trial, covering key witnesses as including Cassie Ventura and Mia, another alleged victim, as well as rapper Kid Cudi and former employees of the hip-hop mogul, we have paused our coverage this week as other news events have dominated. Oh, doesn't that make you a little bit curious? Why? Mia, a former assistant to Combs who is using a pseudonym and not being identified, finished her evidence on Monday. What do you guys have going on that's more important than the Diddy trial? Major lenders raise mortgage rates. Ukraine hits Putin's pride and joy in underwater strike and releases video of explosion. Okay, so they're Ukraine and Russia stuff. What's up, dude?
Daddy, just wanted to say that. What happens when you start with river and then you put a D in as the first letter? What word is it?
Driver?
You got it right. It's driver. it's because of that short. And she was trying to answer.
Full screen with chat on the side. What?
She knew that she thought that was you driver, and she said that it was not road.
Are you talking about the one where she's talking about Kid Cudi coming into the courtroom, Carmen? Because, yeah, I think I watched... Actually, that's what I was listening to right before I got on live. I was cleaning up dog shit out of the carpet and listening to Rotten Mangoes. So, gotta have something to distract me. What else did I miss here? Switched to PC and found pop-out YouTube chat. What? That's sick. Let's go. Yeah, dude, you gotta love the chats. I finally got my... Oh, that is nice. Full screen with chats on the side. Yeah, you can see everything. That's how I have it set up over here. It took me a minute to figure out how to get the chat to pop up in OBS. But I finally got it. ED sons. That's funny. Erectile dysfunctions. It starts with harassments. Maybe I was watching a different one. But I definitely am going to finish that video because, well, I just love Stephanie Sue. She's one of the few that I still make time for. I haven't watched an Annie Elise video in a minute. Trump's tariffs. Major lenders raise mortgage rates. Ukraine hits Putin's pride. Okay, Sky News, I'm not seeing anything on here to indicate that you guys have something more important to cover than the Diddy trial. So it's giving me paid off vibes. Who scared you guys into not talking about the Diddy trial anymore? Am I the only one getting that? Dual screening is definitely a must these days. Editing on one computer, and I have this one up on the big screen. Yeah, I can't edit without two screens. It takes twice as long if I don't. Okay, Sky News. Well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys really let me down. Sky News is really letting us down today. Let's see what CNN's doing. Literally, CNN's not been my favorite, but I don't feel like they have. This isn't updated. This is from the May 13th. Yeah, what? Live TV. Why is everybody dropping out of Diddy coverage? Is that not weird? You guys not think that's strange? All these major news networks are just like, yeah, we're not going to cover it anymore. Day 15. Yeah, no joke. What is going on here? So they're just doing updates now. Like not covering it live. Am I the only one that thinks it's weird? Yes, sir. Thanks, buddy. I'm saying it is definitely sus. Oh, yeah. So that was the one I was watching, Carmen. It's about her getting harassed. Yeah, that's why I clicked on it. I was like, oh my God, what? I'm interested. But I only got like 15 minutes into it. I was listening to her talk about the Kid Cudi stuff. And what else was she talking about? Oh, she's talking about how intense he was coming into the courtroom. How he was smoking a cig coming in too. So I was like, man, that's wild. But yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that after this, for sure. I did not get the lawn mowed yesterday because the lawnmower hasn't been used since last summer. And I'm thinking that I'm going to have to replace the carburetor, which sucks. I tried to clean it. I cleaned it out all day yesterday, and it still didn't work. So I don't know. Hey man, it's weird. All right, the fix is in. I'm on it. I'm in on it. Yeah, I'm sure you are in on it. What's occurring? Sorbets? What? Did anyone see that guy confronting Gene Deal? No, what? There's a dude that confronted Gene Deal? Why folks are not feeling Diddy's bodyguard Gene Deal's response to alleged freak-offs with minors. Viewers say Gene Deal told on himself without saying much after he evaded questions on camera. I want the video. I want the video. Is it one of these? He got banned from attending? Dang, really? Dang, he said he was complicit in helping Diddy. Well, I mean, I've kind of felt that way this whole time. Like, Gene Deal's been the biggest, most outspoken dude on this whole subject. But, like, yo, dog, you were there the whole time. The man who just gave the most damaging and explosive testimony that hurt Diddy. Okay, that's not the video. So, must not be a video. But still, that is interesting. Is this it?
What it do, Top Media TV, we back once again, so we go get right into it, man. A Whack 100 confronts G and Dill about him knowing that Diddy was lacing drinks, with females, but he didn't do nothing. So pretty much G and Dill comes on Clubhouse to address those rumors, and they go in, man. They go in on each other. Whack presses G.
Find the sauce. It's a channel. Face to face, it was Gene threatening to knock him out. Dang, dude, that's crazy. Gene Deal's kind of a scary dude, too. He's massive. Does this trial seem rather watered down and suspiciously directed to Diddy alone? It definitely does. And also, he just hired some new attorney, and this guy is the guy that literally wrote the racketeering laws. And this guy is supposed to... I understand and appreciate the value and importance of a subscription and what it means to be a subscriber. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he's like the guy that wrote the racketeering laws, and he just hired that guy to help him keep his finances. So that was from the Rotten Mango's video. Yeah. It's on here? Thanks, Tsunami. Yeah, I thought for sure I'd be able to just find it, but... Well, and having you guys here, you guys make me nervous, so I probably just don't move as quickly as I usually would. His name's Whack 100. That's funny. Yeah. Send me that link because I'm definitely wanting to watch that. Heated phone call with Gene Deal. Oh, that's a year ago. Never mind. Yeah, see, this is the one I was watching before if you guys were interested. That Carmen was talking about. There's a bunch of them should be getting dragged through the dirt, yet they're remaining squeaky clean somehow. Yeah, I know, right? Like, honestly, I'm saying, like, these people are somehow, I feel like something shady's happening behind closed doors. I really do. Something shady has to be going on behind closed doors. Gina Hun not testifying, making a settlement with Diddy, other witnesses that are being paid off, making settlements with Diddy. Like, there's people that are working for him outside of the court. And yeah, because it's being covered up. Totally agree with that. Let's see if there's any... Oh, they got another sidebar. All this talk about Diageo. We need to take some shots. Wine and spirits? Yes, sir. We need a sidebar. That would be a cool name for a bar. Quick sidebar. Show us the NDAs. Show us the tapes. I'm saying, dude, how can they get away with not showing the tapes, especially even in court? Like, they should be showing the jury the tapes at least. But they're not even showing them any tapes. They're like, we don't need to see the tapes. We don't need to see these freak-offs. They handed out an immunity instead of subpoenas, it seems. Yep. And I mean, they were even talking about that yesterday. They handed out some immunities to some guy who was planning on pleading the fifth, right? You were talking about that. Prosecutors are so confident. That's why they shortened this trial. I mean, they do have, you would think they've got a pretty slam dunk case with all of the stuff against Diddy. But in implicating him on these charges, though, is another thing I feel like. I still haven't seen anything that's really, like, implicating racketeering. I think we're really just seeing that Diddy's kind of crazy, and he takes his personal beefs real seriously. Were you concerned that Diageo was marketing Ciroc primarily in certain areas to certain people? Ferguson says, my opinion. And Agnifilo says, on your personal knowledge. He says the distribution was highly concentrated. The question was why. And Ferguson says, Diageo was marketing it more in urban areas than more broadly. I mean, that's just marketing. I mean, certain demographics are going to purchase certain products more. That's just facts. It's not racist. It's not like it's not any sort of discriminatory. If you're selling a product more in one area than another, it's probably selling better in that area. Maybe that is your market. That's your target market. I don't know. Selling it more in urban areas. They're selling Ciroc more to black people is basically what they're trying to say. But personally, I don't know a lot of white people that drink Ciroc, but it's not because of like any sort of race thing. I just think maybe that they're advertising it. I don't know. I never thought about that, honestly. I never drank Ciroc. It's above my pay grade. And now I don't drink Ciroc at all, so. They showed the picture of Mia. Side bar. Jermaine. Yo, you guys going down to the side bar? Let's get hammered at the side bar. I don't think it's normal to kidnap someone with lie detectors. Yeah, it's definitely not. The lie detectors thing was crazy. Sitting there for 5 to 6 hours doing lie detector tests, that's crazy. Honestly, I don't know if Ciroc is expensive. I've never purchased it. I've never even drank it. I've never even been given a shot of Ciroc before. Is it good? Dirty people doing dirty things. Yep. Lots of dirty people doing lots of dirty things, and they can get away with it. At a certain point, you'd have to imagine they're just bored. They have so much money and they can do whatever they want, so they probably just get bored. Diageo was marketing it more in urban areas than more broadly. Okay, what about Revolt? It was owned by Highbridge Capital Management, which was purchased by JP Morgan Chase. I think so. Highbridge had 2 seats. Yes, 2 of 5 seats on Revolt. Dang. What were you at Revolt? Chief Operating Officer, the COO. What did that entail? Finance, production. And Sean Combs wasn't in the management, right? He was not. He wasn't in the management of Revolt. But it was a bad boy financed company, I guess. 5 to 6 for 5 days. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy. 5 days of 5 to 6 hours a day on a lie detector test. You really need that long to determine that? It seems crazy. That definitely is weird. I mean, his company definitely did shady stuff. But is that racketeering? Racketeering is just such a generally broad charge that it doesn't necessarily have any... I don't feel like the guidelines are very, very defined for what that actually entails, you know? BMX Chelsea says she's never tried Ciroc either. I've never bothered to try it. I honestly... I don't know. I don't even know what kind of alcohol it even is. Is it like a whiskey or like it's a scotch maybe if it's made by Diageo? And JP Morgan Chase bought out Highbridge Capital Management, which was... Revolt was owned by Highbridge Capital Management, which was then purchased by JP Morgan Chase. And Highbridge, which was aka JP Morgan Chase, which was aka Revolt, it was purchased mostly by... They had 2 of the 5 seats, so they had a huge stake in the company, I guess, JP Morgan Chase. Although at the end of the day, they all go back to the same 5 owners of everything, so it doesn't really matter who owns it. It's technically still owned by the same people anyways. Oh, it's vodka. Okay, cool. Ciroc is vodka. Oh, yeah. Okay, and I actually think I have seen a commercial for it before, and I remember seeing that. Vodka. I can't drink vodka. Anytime I've gotten into trouble or really, really messed up, it was on vodka. Fake news, more fake news. Yep, lots of fake news. I feel like that's all we get is fake news. Isn't most of the news fake? Ciroc is not worth the cost, in my opinion, but it's about the name and status. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's a lot of stuff these days. It's all about the name you're buying. People are like, ooh, it's better. It tastes so good. I only drink Ciroc because it's delicious. No, it all still tastes bad. It all sucks. Wouldn't drink it if I was thirsty. Gotta force it down. Okay, here we go. Let's look at DX1901. Look at it. It's about Mr. Combs Enterprises. Let's put up the redacted version. Chart of executives shown. Here you have James Cruz and the HR officer after Vashta Wilson, Andre Harrell, and yourself. He says, this is the team, dream team. You have to have 2 of the following in a span of 10 years: kidnapping, arson, trafficking, bribery, etc. He has met several so far. That is true. Okay, I didn't realize it was that easy to meet a racketeering charge. I guess I was looking more into like establishing that there was a business operation that was operating illegally. Not just that his business did illegal stuff. I guess that's kind of the same thing. I guess I was looking at it differently. Hey, Dad, when are you going to be done with your streaming? Well, bud, it's what, 12:40? They're 2 hours ahead. It's 2:40 there, so probably like 30 minutes. Depends on how long they go for this with this witness, bruh. Yeah, I mean, the arson of... But that's the thing, is they never proved that Diddy did it. They just implicated. Circumstantial evidence shows that he likely did it. But they don't have any proof that it was him. And with the DNA coming back as female, like... They could probably still be pushing for it to be Cassie that did it. So, I don't know. The car of Bad Boys was used in the case of Kid Cudi. Is that true? I didn't know that. Oh, it was like a Bad Boy owned vehicle that was used when they went over there. Yeah, and likely that's what they were saying too. Like all of his homes, all of his properties were purchased under company names. So they were like less taxes, less oversight, anonymity. So any of his personal stuff, anything he did personally still reflected on Bad Boy because they were all in company names that were likely all traced back to Bad Boy. It's a good point. Nice work, Carmen. Sheesh, you guys are amazing. See, I think we're figuring this out together. One night cuddling. I'm fortunate that after one night cuddling a vodka bottle and learning how sick it made me, I never wanted to drink that much after that. Yeah, I swear, like, how many times I've said that. I'm never drinking again. And then that night I'd be super wasted. And I'd say the same thing the next day. I don't miss alcohol at all, you guys. I really don't. Because what would really happen is I would start drinking during this live stream. And then by the end of the live stream, which would probably last like 6 to 8 hours because I'd be all like hyped and crazy. And then I'd eventually just pass out on the live stream. That's how it would end. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Carmen, I appreciate you pointing that out for me because honestly, I didn't even think about the fact that just simply using the business stuff for illegal activity it basically implicates the business. That's sick. You were never a drinker, Tsunami? Yeah, I don't know. I got way into it too early. Started drinking when I was 12 and just go over to my buddy's house and drink like every weekend. The RICO really starts to show with Total Security Guard. Yeah, business stationery. Yeah, there's business stationery used for all these NDAs, so it's definitely part of the racketeering charge. What's with all the NDAs? They're like, no, you literally can't say anything, and then they use the blackmail they have to like keep them locked up with this NDA. Like, why are they signing these NDAs? I know you do, buddy. The Canadian legal system is absurd. I didn't know that. Honestly, I don't know much about Canada. I feel like you guys are so quiet up there. There's not like anything crazy going on with Canada ever. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, Total Security Guard. Sounds like a movie. Total Security Guard. I probably threw up a lot too. I blacked out a lot. Nature boy hiking adventures, 100% sober and enjoying not being a slave to drugs or alcohol. I fully agree with that. I love not being married to it anymore. I love thinking people are like, hey, you want to go do something? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Not like, oh, yeah, I mean, I'd be down to do that, but I've got to bring some shooters or like a little bottle with me to make sure that I'm in the best mood so that I can go do this. So I'm actually motivated to do this. I do not miss those days. The only thing left now is the nicotine addiction for me. Like I want to quit vaping, but I also don't. Like I love vaping. I don't know, it tastes like candy. It's great. Because he took the only tape of the abuse, then offered a $100K payout on it. Yeah, that's true. That makes a lot of sense. As a Dutch woman, I think most of the punishments in court are so low. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it varies case by case, at least here in the US. Some cases you're like, that's crazy. I feel like the thing with the American judicial system is that cases are literally won by your defense attorney or like the attorneys or like the show they put on and like how convincing they can be. Because sometimes people get out of jail that there's people sitting in jail that shouldn't be sitting in jail or prison, and there's people that are out walking the streets that shouldn't be. O.J. Simpson's a great example of that. You and me both, buddy. We're going to hit 2,000 million subs soon. What is 2,000 million? Is that like trillion yet?
That's like a billion. That's like 3 billion.
I think you're right. You'd love to quit smoking the devil's lettuce. I don't know. I can get behind that, and I can totally support you on that. Not for me. I just I think I've gotten to a point where I use it so non-abusively. Like I do smoke pretty much every day, but it's not like a major part of my day. I usually hit my dab pen maybe like once, twice, a couple times a day. It's nothing crazy. I'm not like getting super blazed and like losing my mind uncontrollably. So that's why I feel like I've learned to control the things that I do, which is like, well, my nicotine addiction's pretty strong, but I do smoke the devil's lettuce, and that, I don't know, I haven't allowed it to affect my life negatively. Alcohol, however, coffee table powder, burned through my bank account and made me completely useless. Yeah, it's crazy. We do have innocent people sitting in jail and murderers out because they have the money they have. I mean, yeah, and even Diddy. I mean, look at how much his defense is pretty good considering what he's up against because he has so much money. Any updates? Okay, yep, cool. Here we go. What is digital? I would have responded the exact same way. I'd be like, not analog. Your pause says enough. Personal versus business expenses. What's your accounting background? I was a CPA for a time. You never saw Mr. Combs sitting reviewing his Amex bill? No. Why would he? He's got people to do that. And he's not worrying about how he's going to pay it this month, like we are. He's like, yeah, I'm good. In Belgium recently, a rapist gynecologist was given a fine because of his promising future. Really? That's crazy. Yeah, give Diddy a public defender and see how things go for him. Yeah, exactly. Give him the same bullshit that we've got to deal with. He gets to hire, like, how are his assets and all of his finances not like frozen and seized? How does he have the money to be able to pay for these? When does the trial end? Like, final? I don't know. Let's see. Because I know that they've shortened it. They were saying they could get it through it. Length. Diddy trial expected length. Honestly, I know a lot of people that as they get older, Kim is one of those people. Like, we used to smoke all the time together, and now she really doesn't. She, like, hardly ever does. And if she does, it's like a special occasion. Like, we're going to watch a movie, like a funny movie or something. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs is expected to last between 8 to 10 weeks. So, yeah, 2 months. And we're at day 15 today, so that's, 3 weeks? So, yeah, we're at 3 of 10. We still have a long ways to go, guys. We still got a long haul ahead of us. Hi, happy 3 a.m. from Australia. I love that you guys are on the other side of the world. I didn't know that until I had a conversation with my guy Reese. He was in here like last week, but he's from Australia. And we were having like this 4-hour long conversation about Diana Jenkins and a bunch of other stuff. But he was like, all right, man, I think I'm going to get to bed. It's 3 a.m. here. I was like, oh, God. I didn't even think about that. It's noon here. End 4th of July-ish. Damn. Used to smoke, but it compounded my mental issues. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Yeah, for some people, it's easier to just, like, not, like, I totally can vibe with that. Kim, she says it makes her super paranoid and really anxious. So I'm like, but yeah, so she just gave it up for that reason. Independence Day, Diddy's gonna be, I don't know, maybe he will get his independence. I don't know, we'll see. The amount of people that, I thought that this is just like a formality. Like, we're just going through the trial. Obviously, the jury's gonna find him guilty, and that's that. Like, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So the fact that there's so many people talking about mistrials, and I mean, I assumed he would appeal the case. Of course, he's not going to not appeal it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just didn't, like, there's a lot of people that are really concerned that he might not actually get convicted, which I was not expecting. Tickets are $3.99 for what? What are you guys talking about? Are you going to go where? Where are you going to go, Jermaine? Oh, CrimeCon in Denver. Ah, yes. Yeah, no, that's why I didn't go, because the tickets are super expensive. But I really wanted to go because Annie Elise is going to be there. And the last time that I talked to her, I told her about my channel, and she asked me how it was going, and I had 600 followers or subscribers. So I would be able to go back and tell her, like, yo, it's going great. But I got my signed Annie Elise poster over here. I need to hang it up. I really want to go to CrimeCon. Maybe I can put it on a credit card or something. Be sick. CrimeCon sounds so sick. Yeah, I saw like some tickets too. Like, that's just like the cheap tickets. They had other tickets that were like, I don't even remember. It was like 1,000 something for like access to everything. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rethinking. I might have to. I mentioned your stories at American Spies channel. They were talking about Chris Cornell and child abduction, and I directed the chat to you because you have done good research. Hell yes, Nature Boy Hiking Adventures. That makes me so happy. I literally love that. That's one thing I didn't plan on, was like people shouting my channel out for me, because I've gotten that a few times now. BJ shouted my channel out, which was sick. So that's great. Potential spam is calling me right now. Jeez, I'll call him back. Definitely don't forget to like and share, you guys. Let's see where we're at here. We're at 42 folks. That's great. I see the thing that I've been noticing is like the interest in the Diddy trial is dwindling. And CrimeCon fund for Nick. That's great. Yes, we're starting a CrimeCon fund. I forgot that was coming up. When is that? Because they never have CrimeCon Denver, so that was super cool. September 5th through the 7th. Oh, the Gaylord is really nice. Ah, okay. Well, I'm going to start. Maybe I'll start saving. Okay, maybe I will go. I don't know. You guys got me interested again. I really wanted to go before, so. You guys are the best. I try to be likable. I try really hard. I'm a people pleaser at heart. maybe a downfall. But when there was a partnership with another company, they would look at the books as well, right? Yeah, they would look at the books. Many high-profile people have personal assistants. Yes, they do. Security was part of the business. Yes. Tsunami. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Plus, actually, it's a £5 super chat, which translates to like what, $5.75 or something here? I don't even know. Even more. Thank you so much, Tsunami. I appreciate you. You know how much we love seeing your name pop up in the chat. CrimeCon Fund. I'm going to start a CrimeCon Fund legitimately in my bank account. Haas, you're just now noticing that Tsunami's in the chat? Oh, man. Yeah. Kyle Hates Hiking would be a great shout out because I've shouted him out because, well, Kyle Hates Hiking is a really cool channel. Very unique. He covers some really weird, interesting mysteries that I'm like, what? Shit's crazy. Hashtag CrimeCon Fund. 100, dude. Yeah, seriously, the CrimeCon Fund is started. I'm gonna set a goal, CrimeCon Fund. I'll do it for the next live. CrimeCon Fund, we're gonna set a goal and it'll be, well, I wonder if this goal will transfer. Oh yeah, you can only do it for an X amount of hours. Next chat, that's what we're doing. Oh, okay, for the gift. Okay, I was like, he's been in here this whole time, Haas. That's funny. Kyle Hates Hiking, though. If you guys don't follow him, you should check his channel out. Super interesting. Kind of like Mr. Ballin. Very, very Mr. Ballin-esque. Man, they are moving slow. That's the whole reason I got on later. Like, started coming on at like 10 instead. I was sick of just sitting here waiting for these fools to catch up. Drinking at the side bar. Bodie's listening to the live stream. So funny. Oh, Bodie says, hi, Uncle Haas. Security was part of the business? Yes. Security's job was to be in close proximity with Mr. Combs so that no one would do something dangerous to him. Right? Right. Let's talk about cash. What was the cash receipt form? When is it used? When is it used? For example, touring. They would use cash while touring exclusively, or what? Yeah, I don't know if I can follow someone that hates hiking. No, that's the irony of it. The guy literally is a super hiker. He has hiked the Appalachian Trail like multiple times, and a lot of his channel originally started about crazy mystery stories that happen on the Appalachian Trail. As far as I understand it, they've evolved over time to be like mysteries worldwide, but a lot of them have to do with like outdoor hiking mysteries, like people who disappear hiking and people who disappear. You would actually love it. You would totally love it. But yeah, it's kind of funny that his name is Kyle Hates Hiking because that's literally what all he does. Why are you so tired today, Adair? Oh, Tsunami, I literally thought you were a dude this whole time. I'm not going to lie to you. How did I not know that you were a girl? Tsunami, we've literally thought that you were a boy at least I have. Thought you were a dude this whole time. So funny. Oh, I've only done 200 miles of the PCT. That's 200 more miles than I've done. Shit, that's so many miles. Nature Boy hiking adventures. That's freaking badass, dude. How was the PCT? When we went to Oregon, we talked to this guy who was like, I just moved to Oregon last week. And we were like, oh, that's sick, man. Like, what brought you out here? And he said he was hiking the PCT and then ended up in Portland and was like, I need to move here. So he flew back home and then packed all of his stuff up and literally moved to Portland that week. It was I was like, dude, that's crazy. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go back out on the PCT here soon and spend like 6 months on there. I was like, that's freaking crazy. Do you not have a job? Like, I wish I could just spend 6 months on the PCT. Oh, tsunami, because my name is Suzanne. So the Zoo. Yeah, no, I get it. That actually makes a lot of sense. Tsunami, I get it. Masculine energy is great, but I also exude lots of feminine energy as a man. So I think it goes both ways. I think it's good to have energy from both sides. It's beautiful, huh? Yeah, it seems like it'd be really sick, honestly. It sounds like a really cool experience hiking the PCT trail. It sounds hella intense, but the camaraderie sounds really cool. Like, because I know when I hiked up Pikes Peak, you'll hike for a while, and then you've obviously got to stop and take a quick break and drink some water, and then you get back to it. But while you do that, the people that you passed while they were taking a break, they pass you. And then they'll take a break, and then you pass them. And literally it happened all the way up the mountain. We were just passing each other. And by like, I don't know, maybe like 2 miles in, we realized that this was happening. So we eventually started talking, and you just become friends with the people on the trail, you know? It's kind of cool. So I could imagine it's the same with the PCT. You just like meet up these people, and they're all super cool. From Sequoia Park to Yosemite, that's freaking sick. That's crazy. That's so far. Hey, Dad, when are you going to stop streaming? Who's this we subscribe?
I'm your son. That's me, Dad.
Go to this channel. Let's see who we subscribe is. This channel looks really dumb. This channel looks stupid. But they do look like they appreciate and understand the value and importance of a subscription. What it means to be a subscriber. Do you guys follow our we subscribe channel? I make so many. We're up to 219 subs, Haas. This is YouTube's most elite subscription channel, you guys. If you haven't heard of this channel, it's freaking amazing. We subscribe. Sounds made up. Oh, good shit. Here, I'm just going to play this.
Yo, check it. Subscription Brothers.
We make subscribing look easy.
Czech Republic. Mic check.
We subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Damn, son, where do I subscribe to this?
Yeah, we bring the boom. We subscribe, coming at you with elite movies. We got big ideas like double D boobies. Go talk to your doctor about that new prescription, cause it starts working with the first subscription. Just as mom and dad, the Menendez brothers know. One has to go first, so the other one would go. Gotta go first.
Boomer, Doom, and Costco, yeah, we got a chicken bait. Just like our subscribers, that membership isn't fake.
Chocolate cookie. Subscribe. It's free. Just tap on your screen. Your subscription is discreet. Week after week after week after week.
Damn, son, where do I subscribe to this?
If you a subscriber, then you have to understand there is value and importance. The whole world's in your hands.
It's a lifetime subscription, take subscribers to the grave. So click up on the bell, don't miss a single day.
Don't try to unsubscribe from this motherfucking vibe. You know that we bring the boom because we subscribe.
We subscribe.
Subscription Brothers.
Hey, little brother.
Did you guys watch the Menendez brothers documentary?
Great. Good. Doing good.
Yeah, so, I mean, what's this?
I just got done watching $1 Billion Boys Club.
Oh, you mean like $1 Billion Boys Club?
No.
Oh, you mean Billionaire Boys Club.
Yeah. Billionaire Boys Club. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, with everything going on with mom and dad right now.
Yeah, man.
You know how everything's been going on. So, just with everything going on, these videos.
So consult with your doctor to see if once in a lifetime we subscribe is right for you.
Thanks for we subscribe. Yeah, man.
We subscribe.
Sorry, I just had to play that for you guys. Our videos are so just for chasing status. That's cool. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and Kim, because Kim does help. But yeah, me and Haas do those videos. That was like, how do we even start doing We Subscribe? Oh yeah, because I was doing these videos to try and get, like, we should just make a whole channel to do this. So yeah, Haas was like, you should just do this, man. And then I was like, we should just do this. We should make an entire channel dedicated to just getting subscribers, because that's what everybody's really doing, right? The only goal for people online on social media is to get more subscribers. Man, they are really moving slow, huh? For example, touring. Okay, we're going to have a sidebar. We're going to get hammered. We're going to get wasted with the judge. Okay, and they've back. Did you see anyone help Sean Combs commit crimes? Nope. Did you see anyone make the company stronger through coercion? Can you explain that one? What did you mean by coercion? Fair enough. What? Can you explain that one? Fair enough. So I'm assuming he's going to explain it, but yeah, we thought it was a pretty good idea. We thought it was pretty unique. Actually, it was one of those ideas that was like, it's so obvious. How has nobody thought of this yet? But Haas, genius idea, truly genius. Yeah, Haas is the brainchild behind We Subscribe. He really is. And we come up with all these ideas, and Haas has a really artistic vision because he's a photographer. So we do a lot of the like filming together, but he has most of the concept for like how we want it to be filmed. I do the editing. He's like the concept guy. And I'm not going to lie, some of the editing on there I'm pretty proud of. There's some funny stuff. We Subscribe is definitely Haas's idea. We subscribe. Oh, and the quote, I was just, we like ad-lib a lot of stuff, but when I was like, what is We Subscribe? And he's like, We Subscribe is a subscription for subscribers who understand and appreciate the value and importance of subscribing and what it means to be a subscriber. And he literally came up with that on the spot, and it's literally hilarious to me. So that's why I say it in all my videos now. You pay for premium, but you just didn't sub to people before? Tsunami, come on. We know you understand and appreciate the value and importance of subscribers. You've had subs gifted to you on other channels. Yeah, I think that's sick that people can do that. The membership thing is like next level. I don't know. Like I always struggle with the membership thing. Like I'd be fully content, but I've got people that pay for memberships. So I'm like, I need to come out with more members only content. And then this week I was planning to release the video early, but then it didn't get flagged. Like literally when I fully expect a video to get flagged and I'm anticipating having to go back through and re-edit and add all kinds of censorship, it doesn't happen. But when I'm thinking, oh, this video is perfectly fine, I'm just going to upload it, it'll be fine, it always gets flagged for some reason. So I really don't know. It's 1:10. I would imagine they're going to be getting close to finishing. Were you concerned that Diageo was marketing Ciroc primarily in... Okay, we've already read through all this. Fair enough. He says, through any sort of abuse or trafficking, did you ever see anyone make the company stronger through coercion? Meaning through any sort of abuse or through trafficking? He says, no. You were there 19 years. How hard was it? Building from scratch, long hours. Did you send Mr. Combs a text in November 2017? I don't. I'll show you. All the freaking... Oh, you meant membership. That's what I figured you meant was memberships, but I figured you knew what it meant. I don't know if I've ever paid for a membership either. I paid for a Patreon before, but I didn't find it to be that worth it, to be honest. There are some of them. Like, I feel like I've thought about buying Inner City Press's Patreon because he releases all the documents on there so I could reread through them if I wanted to, but I guess I'm just not that invested. Once I leave here, I don't think about Diddy until the next day because, well, he doesn't deserve it. Yeah, I think the membership thing is cool that you can do it on... Well, I think they're smart for YouTube's sake to do it on YouTube because otherwise people are going to leave the platform. They're going to go to Patreon and do the paid thing there. But the thing I don't like about the YouTube membership program is that it's still like... Well, I guess you're getting paid for the membership. That's why I don't care if those videos get monetized or not. But they still flag you for like copyright and stuff, which I think is kind of dumb. Like if people are paying for it, well, I guess you're still making money on it, so you can't It's still technically copyright. Yeah, I don't know. There's still all the same regulation on the membership program. It's just, you just don't have to worry as much about them getting monetized because they're technically already monetized just from the sheer fact that it's a members only thing. But yeah, I don't know. The members only stuff is cool. I do like that I can upload videos early for my members because usually what happens is I finish editing and I immediately upload the video regardless of whether it's going to get monetized or not, because it doesn't matter to me for members. And so I can get it uploaded early for you guys, assuming I finish it early. But yeah, some of them, you can set the price for your memberships. I just set it super cheap. Do a disclaimer, then it shouldn't be flagged as much. I think I've noticed that if I say allegedly more, that it doesn't get flagged as much. How much is membership? I think the lowest tier is like $2. It's like $1.99, and I think it goes up to maybe $10. I don't know, maybe $5. Yeah, I don't know. I literally set it all up when you hit 500 subscribers, you can do half of the YouTube partner program. You just don't get ad revenue, but you can set up like a shop and you can get member gifts and you can do live streams and get super chats and all that. And then you can set up membership pricing so you can have people pay for a membership. But I set that up a while ago because I was all excited. I was like, hell yeah, I'm like partially monetized. We're halfway there. That was not that long ago, you guys. That was it's crazy how quickly things have come full circle. Let's see. I was looking for memberships, but maybe it's under the Earn tab. Yeah, there we go. Total members. We are up to 72 total members. See, that's crazy. I never expected in a million years that I'd have memberships. Freaking sick. But I do like the members. What I do is I try to go through, and when I'm doing comments, I'll just go to the comments section and respond to the members first because you guys are more important. See, look at this. Look at this. Copyright protected content found in my fucking video. So my Anne Heche video just got demonetized for copyright, even though it's been fine for how long? Just gonna make me cut this out. See, this is the life of a YouTuber, you guys. You got to constantly check your analytics to make sure that your videos are still doing fine. Even the videos from back in the day, it's just like, it's a lot. Oh yeah. I used to do those videos every week, actually, Carmen. I did like one video of my sober stuff, and then I turned it into like the sobering stories thing. And then I would do one video about my journey getting monetized, trying to help other people that if they were trying to do the same thing, and just like letting people know what was working for me, what wasn't working for me. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. But I also used to do a lot of work at Enterprise, and I would leave that work feeling like, okay, what was the point of all that? Like, what's the point? Literally, there's no point. I'm working for somebody else's dream. At least this work, I'm doing a lot of it, but it directly affects me. And the more I work, the more I'm directly benefited from that work. So I don't know. It's way more worth it. Oh yeah, my merch shop. I designed all that stuff too. My YouTube shorts is probably my favorite product that I offer on there. YouTube shorts. I've got a pair. I wear them. I've got the hat too. It just sucks. You can't get free stuff if it's your products. You still have to pay to get them. And I'm like, I'm too poor to buy all my products. And so that's why I'm trying to work with my actual job. Like we make t-shirts and hats and like decals and stuff. So I'm trying to work with them to come up with my new products. But every time I'm at work, I'm working, so I don't ever have time to do that. So I need to do it on my off time, and I just never think about it. Design up some new stuff, or just take those, got the Riz. But yeah, I definitely think the products are cool. The Sober Sector bag is pretty sick. I really want to get one of those. I'm going to order some products soon, but I'm going to come up with I've got some decals already made. I'm trying to figure out how to offer them on my YouTube channel through my work's website. It's kind of a process is what I figured out, but Crystal D, welcome to being a sober. It's official now. You're officially sober now. Yeah, slowly but surely, you guys. I mean, slowly is a relative term, because if I wouldn't have guessed that I'd be where I'm at now 6 months ago. So one day at a time, you guys. One day at a time. One subscriber at a time. I'm going to have to go back and figure out what's wrong with that video and take out a part of it. I hate that. I hate that so much. You have to cut out a piece of the video just to make sure that it can still be monetized. It's so stupid. And what happened is they probably sent whoever's video that was like a notification that your content's being used by somebody else, which nobody ever does that to me. My content gets used. I've never seen an update about, yo, your stuff's getting used. Oh, yeah, the video I did about TikTok. Yeah, moving from TikTok over. TikTok literally drives me insane. Like, YouTube drives me insane too, but less than TikTok ever did. I also thought it was a pretty good move. It was right before the TikTok ban happened, so I was like, maybe people are going to want to know how to move from TikTok to YouTube, so maybe I'll help them with that. Didn't really get that much love, but I think they're almost done. Looks like they're doing redirect. Okay. Combs Ignifilo. Did you tell Mr. Combs you learned so much from him? Yes, he pushed the entire team. He had passion. You're a religious man? Objection. Sustained. You're on the board of his charter school? Yes. The school tries to work with at-risk children. Objection. 403. Sustained. Let's move on. Do you think highly of Mr. Combs? I don't know how to respond to that. Sidebar. Let's take some shots. Oh, no, they're asking for a sidebar. My bad. They're saying, yo, Judge, can we take some shots real quick? And then Agnifilo says nothing further. So they must not need the sidebar. Bodhi. Dad, when are you going to be done streaming? Seriously, Dad. We're almost there, buddy. It's 1:19. I think they're just finishing with this witness. And then when they're done with this witness, they're going to probably end for the day. That's my thought. Judge says redirect. And prosecution says, was Revolt Films entirely separate from Revolt TV? Yes. Who is the head of Revolt Films? I don't know. Did you ever stay in a hotel room with Mr. Combs? No. So Revolt TV and Revolt Films is two different companies, or they're two separate pieces of Revolt? You've never used TikTok? Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't know. I think it was cool at first. Kim uses TikTok still, but she even says like it's gone downhill. And she says that it's really weird now. She senses like some sort of influence behind it now. Since the sale of, I don't even know what ended up happening. Since they just decided not to ban TikTok. Like what actually happened? Bodhi, are you going to talk to Tsunami about the Titanic? We had a Titanic themed birthday for Bodhi this year for his 6th birthday. We did a reenactment of the Titanic. We filled up a thing with water, and he had his little Titanic floaty boat with an iceberg in there, and we reenacted the sinking of the Titanic. So that was fun. We had like 60, 70 people in our house. That was not as fun. Okay, so we're caught up, I guess. Bodhi, are you going to tell Adair and Tsunami all about the Titanic? Gypsy, what's up, Gypsy? Have you caught me in live before? I don't think I've seen you in the lives before. Gypsy's been following me for a minute, you guys. She's great. She always leaves me amazing comments. Jack Rose, yeah. Never let go, Jack. Never let go. Poor Bodhi, it was so cute. We were watching Titanic when he was first getting into it. And we put on the movie, and he did not make it through the sinking part. He got really sad, and he said, I can't do it. I can't do it. First time popping Gypsy's live cherry on Sobering Stories anyways. Glad you joined in. Hell yeah. We're just waiting on them to figure out what they're doing here, I guess. I don't know. We've gotten caught up. Thank God Inner City Press's like threads are working again. Okay, here we go. Yep. Nothing further. Recross. You didn't go to his home or hotel because that's his personal life, right? Okay, I feel like I missed something. Oh, yeah, I did. See, we won't have shit for like a few minutes, and then we get what updates out the ass like real quick. On this org chart, who is the chairman? Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, Combs. Did you see Christina Quorum there? Yes. Did you see the name Mia? Or do you see the name Mia? Development and acquisitions. Nothing further. Recross. You didn't go to his home or hotel because that's his personal life, right? Objection. Sustained. Nothing further. Yeah, see, I swear, that's their game. They're like, we're just going to ask questions. Doesn't matter if they get objected. We're going to ask it. Judge says, jurors, you may go. All rise. With Jane tomorrow, we want to avoid the type of accident that happened with Mia. So we want the public screens turned off. We want to avoid a situation where accidentally a non-redacted version goes up. Okay, for Jane's testimony. Must be a Jane Doe, huh? You went to the cinema 15 times to watch Titanic? It was such a good movie. My dad owned the 2 VHS version of that movie, so you'd watch half of it and put in the second VHS. And you're like, damn, this is a long movie. Now all movies are super long like that, but... All right, guys. Well, that concludes our testimony for today. The jurors are free to leave. Tomorrow, don't release any information to compromise Jane Doe's identity. So I guess we'll pick up there tomorrow. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bodie's really antsy for me to get off of here. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that or not. Yeah, he is a genius, you guys. Bodie is 6, and he's a straight-up genius. He's extremely smart. He was reading already in kindergarten. He's fairly good at math. He has these concepts that he talks to me and Kim about occasionally that were like, you're 6. How can you even conceptualize that? He was talking to us about something having to do with the body the other day, like how our bodies work. We're like, how the fuck do you even know this? But yeah, no, he's a genius, you guys, literally a genius, which is why we're thinking about homeschooling him, because I think he's too smart for not being homeschooled. What is Uno Go? Uno Go is just the travel version. It's like a cute little mini cards. And I think, what's the card that's in there, Bodie, that's not in the normal deck?
Like the normal Uno, like the Uno that's now.
Uno Go.
Now.
Yeah.
It's the draw one, and the cards we don't have is the draw 4.
Oh, okay. So it has a draw 1 card and it has a draw 4 card.
No. That's a card that isn't.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't have a draw 4. It only has a draw 1, which is different.
Draw 2.
Oh, my bad. Draw 1 and draw 2. No draw 4. So that's the difference.
There's a Y,
And they're cute and little.
But the draw 4 in Uno Go has been replaced with the draw 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's definitely an old soul in a new body. I swear, he definitely is an old soul. He said something kind of in reference to that. I can't remember what he said the other day. He said it to Kim. He said something about before he was born. And like a past life kind of a comment. It was super wild. We're like, what is he fucking talking about?
I know.
Oh, that's all right, Gypsy. You don't have to do that. I really appreciate that. Seriously, you're the best. You got a new phone? Congrats. What kind of phone? Yeah, he's freaking adorable, right? And yeah, he's got Uno all set up for us. He loves Uno, so we're going to go play some Uno. Yeah, Uno's fun. It's a good game. And we've got this one called Uno... I don't even remember. It's like Uno Extreme or something like that, where it's like there's like draw 10s and like it's super, super intense. But yeah, I definitely want to homeschool him. The goal is to start making this my full-time gig and then be able to make enough doing this that Kim can stop working and then she can do the homeschooling in the morning and I can kind of take over in the evening or something like that. But until then, we're going to try and orchestrate it so that Kim works at night and I work in the morning, and then we kind of just flip-flop doing the school thing. So we'll see. You went from an 11 to a 16 Pro Max. Nice. That's a jump. That's good. Yeah, I want to get the 16 Pro. I do all my filming on my phone, so I kind of want the new camera. But I also don't want to have a payment on my phone. So I don't know. We'll see. But congrats on your new phone. That's awesome. Oh, what? There's Mario Uno? You get to make up new rules? That sounds fun. We'll have to go get that. That sounds really fun. When do you go live again? That will be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow morning I will be on here.
I'm gonna be watching your live tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Now.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'll set up a time. I don't know what time. I like to catch them at lunch break so we can catch up during the break and then stay up to date with the rest of it, but we'll see. And I took a screenshot of those other days. They're starting late and only going certain times. So I'll try and keep that on there. But Adair's on at 8. Yeah, she goes ham. I was like, I should get up and get on early, but I just hate waiting on them for so long. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna play Uno now.
Oh, yeah, and you'll get notifications if you guys click the bell. Don't forget to click the bell, because I've forgotten to do that on other people that I follow. I subscribe, but I didn't hit the bell. But if you hit the bell, it'll actually notify you and like send you a little notification that I'm live or that I post a video or whatever. Carmen will miss you, but thanks for jumping in today. Guys, I really enjoyed hanging out with you today, as always, to be honest. I really enjoy every single day we jump on here. And I will enjoy tomorrow too, I'm sure. But rock on, you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. But until then, sleep safe, stay sober,
Dad, here's your cards.
play Uno. Yeah, see, look at how cute these little cards are.
Yeah, they're little.
Cute little Uno cards. This is my thumb for reference. But, all right, you guys. Much love. One love. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, Emily, I'm glad you found me. My videos love you too. And Tsunami, I'll check my email for an email. It should be, there's a link in my, well, you might already have it, but there's a link in my description that has a link tree. Actually, I think it's just in my description. It has my straight up email in there. But yeah. Haas, thanks for being a moderator and jumping in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you, mean it, bye. No, I can't steal that from BJ.